Good day, everyone. It's been a week since my last vlog. I pulled the trigger and went ahead and decided to not try to keep up with daily vlogs. So I decided to come on here now and give you kind of just a overview of my week, I suppose. I'll try not to make it too long because it's just me talking. So I just got done watching House of Cards on Netflix. Again, but talked about this in the past. It's an interesting take on the political system of the United States and corruption and things like that. I wouldn't recommend watching it because Netflix has no rating guidelines, so they show things that you wouldn't want to see with your kids, and you might not want to see or hear. But it's an interesting look nonetheless, and so I just plowed through it last night and tonight, and I just got done. So I just thought I'd mention that. So last week I talked about the movie that I went to, Mockingjay. That was a week ago. Not much happened on Monday. We had a family night after I worked, so I worked family night. Tuesday was the drive, as usual, after work. And afterwards, we went out to TGI Fridays. Again, not much else to talk about there. Wednesday was once again my evening shift, so I worked until 8. For my hour-long break, I discovered that there's some options in a slightly different direction, a little bit further east, as opposed to going back the direction I came. So this week I've been going up 1792 to 434 and going out that way, because it seems, even though it looks like it's a little bit out of the way, it cuts out going directly through downtown Oviedo and saves me a little bit of time, typically. The roads are more narrow most of the way, so there's potential of having traffic just poor drivers slow me down, but still you get to bypass a lot of other stuff, which was kind of hit or miss before, so I like that route. And my options for food, so I decided to try that out because I wasn't sure how long it would take to go out that direction and find something, but it worked. And that particular day I went to one of my favorite places, which everyone knows is Taco Bell. And I've been doing Taco Bell for lunch most days, typically. There's the occasion when I go to Subway. I recently tried something new at Subway. I'd always gotten tuna subs. And I decided to try turkey breast sub on the flatbread. And I was trying to recreate what I made whenever I was at Planet Smoothie working, and I'd make myself a wrap there. And so I've been doing that a little more frequently, but that particular day I did go to Taco Bell. I wanted to see how long it would take, and it actually was faster than the other one I'd been going to. Not by much, but by a little bit, and again, I could bypass downtown Oviedo by doing that. So I've been doing that most days since I worked on Thursday and Saturday as well. I think I did both of those days, and again, it was a faster option. Then on Wednesday night, I came home, didn't really do much, just watched some TV. And Thursday we after work we tried to squeeze in another family time. Josh has been working on Thursday nights, so he's had to miss that. So we played some hand and foot again, just like the previous week, the previous Thursday. And me and Heather went ahead decided to stick it out and try to redeem ourselves. So the two of us took on our parents in this game again, and once again, the worst luck in the world came upon us. In the form of, at one point, luckily in our best hand, I had 3 red 3s, which would have been negative 1,500 points. Had they gone immediately out, that would have killed us. But we were far enough behind to where we could look at one and switch to the other. So I look at one, and I see a red 3, and a wild, and very few any other points. So I'm like, the odds of us being able to pull this off are pretty slim. Even though there's a red 3 here, I'm going to take a chance and switch. So I switched, unable to switch back now at this point. I look, and there are 2 red 3s in there, but there are also 2 wilds. Jokers, to be specific. Actually, the one in the other one was a joker as well. So jokers were 50 points. So it puts us in a pretty good position, and after, I think, a turn or two, we were able to go down. So it wasn't enough, though. We still are the only ones that ever wind up with red 3s in our possession. So for some reason, those red 3s do not ever find themselves in a parent's hand or foot at least, in the second hand. So that was that. We didn't lose as badly as we did the previous week, but we didn't win either. Friday was my day off. And on Friday, I didn't do much through most of the day. And then in the evening, we went out with a friend to the Central Florida Fairgrounds for the Central Florida Fair. So it was something that I hadn't done in a while. It reminded me a lot of little festivals in Spain that I would see and little carnivals, which I've shared in my vlogs in Madrid. But also, I saw those my first year as well, which are in photos on Facebook. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. We went around, we played a few games, tried our hands at trying to win a couple prizes. Didn't succeed. Didn't spend too much though, and called it a night after I think 2.5 hours there, maybe 3 hours there. Called it a night. As far as being at the fair, and then me and Heather continued on to a friend's house. They were having a birthday party and some mafia, and so we went, and we got there right after a game started, and I didn't pay too much attention to it in detail. It was a few things interesting happened, but again, I can't recall the details at all really, because I wasn't playing the game, and I missed the beginning of it anyways. And then the second game started, and we used my new deck of Mafia cards. That's something else that I haven't mentioned yet. Maybe I did mention it on a previous vlog when I made them. And I don't have them right here to show you. They're in my car. But we played with we played with my deck for this one game. And it was just one game. It started about 1:45 I really shouldn't have played it, but I went all the way over there, and I wasn't about to leave that place again, because this has happened before, where I sat through a whole game and then didn't get to play. Actually, in that instance, I sat through 2 whole games, was included in the second game only to the point where I was killed by the Mafia the first night, so didn't get to play. In this particular case, it was just the one that we just missed, and then I came in. I got to play the first day. I was told after the fact that there's one person in particular that's been really gunning for me lately. I wouldn't even call it a grudge. It was just like, I guess, impressed with my play to the point where she thought that I would be a danger. And so she came after me strong once last week when we were playing like way too strong, to where I was worried. And then as it turned out, she was Mafia and decided she wanted to kill me. She wanted to kill me first night. The moderator basically... The moderator can do whatever they want, technically. The moderator just overruled, basically said, no way, you're not doing that to this guy, not again, because it's happened to me plenty of times, but it happened to me at she was the host, so it happened at her place, and she felt bad about it, and so she was like, no, you're not killing him, kill someone else. So they did kill someone else. The second night, she just came at me again, and they killed me. So I just sit and watch the game, watch with frustration. I didn't really get to play that night, and it was my deck of cards. But it is what it is. It's just the nature of the game. So, yeah. And then we came home, and I went to bed, because I had to get up for work in the morning, which was yesterday. Yesterday I worked the full shift, the full time the library was open. Wasn't too bad. It was the last day of early voting, and it didn't seem any more or less busy on our end. The line out there was pretty long at one point. Near the beginning of the day, it was really long because everyone was out there before it opened. But other than that, not that big a deal. And that brings me to today. Today, time change happened last night. So I took into account the fact that I had plowed through a whole bunch of House of Cards episodes. I believe before I did that, I finally watched the last episode of Fuller House. I think I would recommend watching that, especially if you watch the old show. Nostalgia factor in there and stuff like that. But right after that, I went straight into House of Cards, watched all of that, and all of that up to late. Like, I watched maybe one episode more than I should have. So I was tired. Went to bed a little later than I should have. So I went ahead and didn't make it to church this morning. Can't make it to the normal service I go to anyways when I'm working. As was evidenced by a couple weeks ago when I visited a different church. Today, however, I didn't do any forward thinking at all, any planning. I just went ahead and said, it's not happening. So I went to work. We worked. We were busy, crazy busy today. It was non-stop. Boom, 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 boom. Couldn't even catch up the DVDs like I usually do. I usually try to get them ready, and so we have nothing to worry about when we come in the next day. Because for some reason I want to focus on the DVDs. That's just what it is with me there. I don't know why. But day ended, left, went straight over to the church for Think Orange. Got there just in time. The kids were coming over, and yeah, it's pretty good. We discussed, we worked on some books of the Bible to memorize, sang them all. We played some games, some fun games. They did a craft, and I left. And I came home, watched the rest of House of Cards. Basically, that's all I've done. But now that's out of the way. Daredevil is coming on Netflix, Season 2 of Daredevil, this Friday. So I wanted to get House of Cards knocked out, so I wasn't, struggling or whatever. I can just, doesn't worry. It doesn't matter, don't worry about it. This has gone on long enough. I'm about 13 minutes. I'll try to find a better way to make it more concise, make more interesting. I didn't take any photos or video of the fair. I'm hoping pretty soon I'm going to wind up getting a new camera, which means you'll have a better quality image, and I'll be able to carry it around, and hopefully edit a little better on my computer if I can make that happen. We'll see in the near future, but not quite there yet. So I'm going to go ahead right here and say good night, everyone. I hope you had a great week. I had a pretty good week, and I think I'll have a pretty good week coming up. I really hope you do as well. So, good night, everyone, and I'll see you next time, whenever that may be.